Hello, my loves. Today I'm going to get into some of the crystals I use for protection. On yesterday, I went to go get a few more crystals at one of the places I really like, Phoenix and Dragon Bookstore. It is a metaphysical store and it has everything from crystals to incense to books to tarot cards to dream catchers, just anything you want. However, I mainly go there for the crystals. Sometimes I get incense, sage, that type of thing. I'm gonna also do this video for a young lady that follows me on my Instagram page, Knowledge Butterfly. She inboxed me about some crystals or stones that I use for calming, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and start it right off. I think it's a total of 4 that I'm going to go through that I have currently right now with me, and I'm going to start with hematite. Here's hematite. See it right there? All right. Hematite. Hematite is a grounding stone. It centers you and it calms you. It absorbs toxic emotions, aids in stress and anxiety and worry. I needed this a couple of years ago. It pulls stray negative energy in your auric field to your root chakra. So that is awesome. It basically takes out of your aura. It pulls out that negative energy, and it bottles it or channels it all to your root chakra, and it neutralizes it in your root chakra, which means that it basically transmutes it into something that's more beneficial to you. So that's awesome. It basically takes the harmful effects from that negative energy, and it balances it with all of your 7 chakras. So it not only pulls it out of your auric field to your root chakra, it balances all 7 chakras. How awesome is hematite, y'all? It has a high iron content, which anytime you hear that a stone has a high iron content, that means that it is mainly going to have a big impact on your root chakra out of all your chakras. So the high iron content that it has, it cleanses your blood and it supports your blood circulation. It is also powerful as a manifestation tool. And it is one of the best root chakra stones that you can get is hematite. So if you don't have hematite, you should pick it up. Like I said, it's really, really awesome. I can tell you just from my own personal experience with hematite. I was reading about it, and one of the sites I was reading was saying that you just lay on the floor, because I literally was having a moment where I was feeling just a lot of negative energy, and my thoughts were a little negative, and I was like, okay, I'm not liking how I'm feeling. So basically you lay on the floor and on your back, and you leave your legs uncrossed. You place the hematite on your lower abdomen, so your stomach area, and you put another stone in each hand. The stones I use, I think I use citrine and petrified wood, I think. And so you have basically 2 other stones, one in the left hand, one in the right hand, and the hematite you put on your abdomen with your legs uncrossed. And you take deep breaths, and then you say to yourself that, I am grounded and I am connected to the earth. And you just keep saying that I am grounded and I am connected to the earth. When I tell you I immediately started calming down, I honestly immediately started calming down just from holding the hematite. I had a phone call that wasn't that pleasant with this man that I was dating. And basically he was attempting to transfer his anger, that negative energy, to me. And people don't get that's what people do. If somebody just goes off on you and you have done absolutely nothing to them, all you did was answer the phone, 9 times out of 10, 99.9% of the time, they're transferring that energy that they have, that negative energy, that anger or resentment or whatever's going on with them, to you. And it's not your It's not your job to take on their energy. It's not your place to do so. It's not a necessity for you to do so, you know. So I literally just picked up that, I hung up the phone. I said, you have a good rest of your day, sir. And I picked up the hematite and I started breathing in and out, and I honestly, like, almost immediately started to calm down, and I was like, oh, ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, so basically, guys, that's hematite. Oh, one other thing I will say with hematite is, like with any stone, or actually I'll say this for all the stones, any crystals and stones that you purchase, before you start utilizing them, you want to cleanse them. You want to cleanse and charge them, and I just do that by putting them out in the sun. Like, I purchased some crystals and stones on yesterday, and they've been outdoors since I got them. So I probably leave them out there. You can do 24 to 72 hours. You can do longer than that. I normally put them out in the sun, like, and let them charge in the sun and the moon. I have buried them before. The set that I got before this last set of crystals, I buried them in the ground. And that's also a good way, because the earth's energy is cleansing and charging them. So you just got to think about, that each element, either you're going to let the sun do the job for you, the earth do the job for you, the moon do the job for you, water. So whatever element, earth, air, fire, water, you want to utilize, basically. And of course, in the earth, it also has water in it, and water has air in it too, if you really think about it. And the sun is touching the earth. So to me, like, it all kind of works together when you put it in the earth. Same thing if you let it charge in the sun, because it can rain. So then you have the rainwater coming down on it, that's cleansing it. You can charge it in the sea if you're close to the beach. You have the salt water. It's just, like I said, it's different ways. However, all of certain ones cannot be put in, shouldn't be put in water. So it's best to bury them. And certain ones definitely shouldn't be put in sea salt. So, yeah. The next one that you can use for protection, or for basically aiding in keeping negative energy away from your aura, is pyrite. Pyrite is aka fool's gold. This is pyrite. You can see it. Mine is broken because I dropped it in Jamaica in the bathroom at the hostel I was staying at. However, it still works. And I have the other piece that broke right there. So I just held on to it. All right, let's get into it. Pyrite blocks energy leaks and mends auric tears. So I say it's like mending the ozone layer of your planetary body. You know what I'm saying? Of this body. It promotes physical health and emotional well-being, and it actually works along with balancing your solar plexus chakra, which is also called your power chakra. It protects from environmental pollution, so the chemtrails that are being sprayed in the air, it protects your body against that. It also can be used to protect against basically any environmental elements, the smog or whatever's going on. It's a self-confidence booster, hence aiding in your solar plexus chakra and balancing that. We know that the solar plexus chakra is the chakra that works in lining up your confidence, or giving you a confidence boost. So whenever you're feeling like you're not confident in something, you need a crystal or stone that's going to work towards the solar plexus chakra. And so pyrite will be perfect for that. It says, this is my note. If you think of like pyromaniac, basically that's someone who loves playing with fire. And so when I think of pyrite, I think of fire. And so the PYR, the prefix comes from the word fire, meaning fire. It can be basically thought of as a masculine energy, or it is a masculine energy. So it manifests that in you, the more masculine side. It is a symbol of abundance and prosperity. It can be used to attract financial wealth. And if you think about your solar plexus, you think about Oshan, or Oshun, I should say, and that's a deity that a lot of people look at more as a physical. However, Oshun is your solar plexus. So Oshun is called upon a lot of times for people who want to build up their financial wealth and abundance, and also people who want to build up their confidence. When I think of Oshun, I think of the Beyonce video, Hold Up, when she had on the yellow dress. She was channeling Oshun. So channeling that confidence, because even though she was angry in that video, she was still walking around like, she was the shit. Like, she didn't really give a damn about anybody else, even though the words she was singing was letting us know that she had some type of issue with her man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Like I said, it can be used for to attract financial wealth and abundance. You can elevate the vibration of pyrite by combining it with citrine. I also have citrine, by the way. It's yellow, so you definitely know that it is a solar plexus. That's another thing with the crystals and stones. A lot of them, the colors will tell you give you an idea what chakra it's going to work best with. Okay. But you can also combine it with jade and clear quartz as well. All right. The next one, Shungite. Shungite, which I have two different Shungites. I have this one. This one's not as high a vibration or frequency, and you can tell that really just by the color of it and the feel of it. But it is light. That's what I love about Shungite. Is a really light mineral. And this is the other one. I just got this one yesterday, so I had it out in the sun charging. I'm going to put it back out there, but I just pulled it so you guys can see it for this video. The other ones that I got, I left out on the deck charging, and I'll take some pictures of it and post it on my Knowledge Butterfly page on my Instagram so you guys can see it, which I'll also automatically post to my Facebook, so I don't really talk about or promote my Facebook, but the link is always in the bottom of my videos, and it's Knowledge Butterfly, and it's /Empress Rastar, because I really got into the Rastafari culture and everything before Jamaica, and definitely when I got into Jamaica, because I was dating a Rasta and I was around a lot of Rastas. They were calling me Rasta. They were calling me Empress and all those things, and they call me Fire. I love that though. Fire. I love Empress too. Like, you know, it's definitely a confidence booster when men are walking around calling you Princess and Empress. Okay, it's beautiful. So yeah. Let me get back to Shungite, because I'm gonna stay on task right now. So Shungite is the only mineral that has been scientifically proven to possess fullerenes, and a fullerene is a molecule which has powerful healing qualities. You can look up more of that. I have already researched it, and it's really, really awesome. It's carbon, basically, and please don't take this as being racist or anything like that. But I did notice that a lot of people who they call white, older people, some were younger too, but mainly older people, are taking something called C60, which is carbon 60, and it contains the fullerenes, and they're utilizing that so that they can be forever young, basically, so that they can help with the aging process. And that's the physical side of it, and that's also the internal side, because they don't have the same content of melanin that the people that they call black have. So they're utilizing C60, which has fullerenes in it, to try to stay younger, basically. So yeah, you can do some research on that. Is nothing that I'm saying is a lie. It's out there for you to see out in the World Wide Web. So yeah. All right. So Shungite also aids in inhibiting EMFs, or electromagnetic fields, which is electromagnetic radiation. And you can place it at the base of your computer, your microwave, your cell phone, and it'll block some of the free radio output that those devices give out, because we already know that all of our electronics do give out basically radiation, and that radiation is not good. However, like I was saying, when you have the eumelanin and neuromelanin, it does aid you by naturally blocking some of those uh, radical radical properties from your skin and your aura and everything absorbing it. But you can use shungite as well to aid in it. Okay. It is also used as an elixir, and the way that you make it an elixir, you place it in your water and you let it stay in there for a little while. I've actually done that. So you can place it in your water bottle. Like I have this water bottle right here. I actually no longer buy water. Rarely do I buy water. So I'll buy a bottle of water, and then after I drink that water, I'll replenish it with this fluoride water that we have in America. And because all is mind, even if I don't place shungite in it, I still drink it, because I do utilize a lot of crystals, and then I meditate, so I know that it's whatever I think. My thought is what's creating my world and my universe. So I don't take in the negative thoughts of what that can do. But however, like I said, you can take the shungite, you can place it in the water bottle, let it sit there. You can let it sit there for a few minutes, up to like 10 minutes, up to an hour, however long you want it to sit in there. But those minerals basically will purify your water. So it's a natural way to purify your water, and then you can just drink it. And it also will increase your cell growth and your healing. So if you have a cut, if you break a bone, whatever it may be, it'll increase your healing. If you have surgery, put some shungite in your water, let it sit for a while, and then drink it. And you can do that every day because it detoxifies your body. Okay. What else? I'm reading off the paper because I basically wanted to make sure that I hit certain notes for each one of these stones so that people can know what they're getting. And there's more to each one of these. However, I'm giving you what I call the highlights of them. So, also with shungite, holding and meditating with it amplifies the shungite healing properties and that is beneficial for headaches, for back pain, for blood pressure, for inflammation, and for muscle pain. So if you're one of those people who has back pain, lower back pain, shoulder, whatever, even though there are other reasons as to why you're having those pains, you can utilize shungite by holding it in your hand and meditating with it, and you focus on that area that you have that pain in, and you can basically either say an affirmation in order to heal it, or you can activate the shungite with saying that before you start meditating with it, stating the intention of that crystal or stone. And I'm going to get into that more when I get into how I meditate, and how I got to the place where I'm able to clear my mind and utilize the crystals and stones to get the most out of each one of them. It is, hold on. All right, I almost lost my place. The antioxidants in shungite, they're useful on health and for health and a fully functioning immune system. So we all know our immune system helps is like our little army that basically fights against any attacks that come to our body, which is sickness, which we all know that sickness is in the mind. It all starts with mind. So whatever you believe, so it shall be. If you know that you are a healthy being, like I always say that I am abundantly healthy. That's one of the affirmations that I say in meditation. Sometimes I just say it when I get up. It's a great way to start your day with affirmations, even if you haven't started your day off meditating yet. So if you decide that, okay, for whatever reason you are unable to start meditating right away or first thing, you can just start off with some affirmations, because it's better to get your mind thinking on a more of a positive a more of a positive thought process, then, because sometimes people wake up and automatically it's negativity, all these bad things. You can't focus, or you're thinking about the fact you got to go to work and you don't want to go to work. So that's why it's good to start with some affirmations. Okay. Also, the last thing, it is used by some to combat insomnia, boost your energy, reduce stress, and relieve anxiety. So if you have a problem with going to sleep, you can basically hold some shungite, or you can put it on your pillow, and it aids in insomnia. You can be used to boost your energy. So just like it's under your pillow and to help you go to sleep and to wind down, when you get up in the AM, you can hold that shungite as you're getting ready, brushing your teeth or whatever like that. And you can say your mantra that, or state your intention on the shungite that you're utilizing it to boost energy, and so it shall be. You can utilize it to reduce stress, so you can keep it at your work desk, and you can hold it in your hand at work with some, how some people use the stress ball. Certain crystals and stones, you can use that kind of like a stress ball. So just put it in your hand. Your left hand is for receiving, your right hand is for projecting, or that's why people say that if their left hand is itching, they're going to get some money. If their right hand is itching, that means they're going to give away money. So just think about it in that aspect as well. And it relieves anxiety. So if you're starting to, same thing at work, the pressures and things of work are coming to you, and I'm talking from personal experience. I know how it could be, because 2 years ago I used to work a job like that until I let it go. So you can utilize it to relieve stress from jobs. Also, stress in the home life, because we know some people leave their job dealing with stress, and they come home dealing with stress or a little bit of anxiety, because you have to get right to taking care of your family, your children and things like that. And it's not trying to say that your children are a burden. It's just being real that you're still, your own individual self, and you have to take care of yourself. That's called self-care. Self-care is self-love, right? And the last one I'm going to talk about is black tourmaline. Here it is. This is one of the first ones that I got, actually, when I first started getting into crystals and stones. It was that and I got rose quartz, which I'll talk about some of the quartz crystals and some of the ones that are used for more for attracting more loving interactions and things like that in another video. However, this video, the focus is on protection from negative energy, and I'm giving you the other benefits that come with these particular stones or minerals. So black tourmaline, it is also one of the most powerful minerals for absorbing electromagnetic radiation. So that means that black tourmaline and shungite, they're good for that purpose, those two. So it cleanses your aura of negative thought patterns. Who doesn't need that? It protects against negative energy. It prevents the absorption of other people's toxic energy. Wow. It is associated with the root chakra. It keeps you grounded to earth. Grounding is a very important thing. When I first got into it, I got certain crystals and stones based upon my own research from watching other YouTubers and from reading about some different stones. However, I am so glad that I picked this up at the beginning, because had I just went with a rose quartz or other crystals that are utilized for the higher chakras, I would have been floating so high in my John Legend, so high, that I would have definitely not been on this planet. I definitely would have been in the clouds. And being a Sagittarius, I tend to be in the clouds, you know what I'm saying? I tend to kind of want to, I won't say run away from, but definitely like to stay a little bit clear from that responsibility word, and especially because for a good part of my adult life, I have been responsible, that responsible adult, and nothing's wrong with being responsible. However, at the same time, there has to be a balance. You can't just be all, or you shouldn't be all focused on all these responsibilities and all this weight, because that's weight, on you. And weight in any shape, form, or fashion is a lot to carry around. So I definitely, that's why when I first started going through my transition and transformation and start transforming into who you see today, I had to let go of a lot of things, clothes, and I literally had a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes, but that equals a lot of baggage. And the more stuff you have on the outside, let me say this: everything you see on the outside of you, so like your furniture, your clothes, your shoes, books, all kind of knickknacks, things that you hold on to that you never use, but you say one day you're going to use, that is an indication of all the shit you have in your mind. So if you were to try to put all of those things in one room, it probably would look like hoarders. That's how mine would have looked. It probably would have, and I had high vaulted ceilings in the living room, but it would have looked like I was hoarding. For real. Because there was plenty of things I did not use. So just think about it that way, loves. Everything you see on the outside of you, if you think it's a whole bunch of clutter, just imagine the clutter that's in your mind. That's why it's hard for you to meditate. That's why it's hard for you to shut that off. And that's getting into a whole nother video. However, I did want to go ahead and say that because my spirit moved me to say that. Because there are people out there just like how I was, and how I still have to check myself sometimes, because I even tell myself now I'm walking around with one suitcase. However, I still feel like I need to purge things. Because I'm like, okay, and even if I purge things, what I do is I'll replace it with something newer. But I don't have to replace every single piece that I got rid of. That makes no sense. Anywho's, gonna get back to Black Tourmaline, see? Gonna get back to black in my Amy Winehouse, okay? Alright, so it is associated with the root chakra, like I said, so it keeps you grounded to earth. It works like a sponge by absorbing all the negative energy around you. That's why it's very, 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 very important to cleanse this particular one a lot. Because if you carry it all the time, if you keep it on you all the time or around you all the time, you wear it on a necklace, whatever you're doing with it, cleanse it. You can use selenite wand to cleanse it. I actually got this selenite wand from this really cool guy named Matthew in Jamaica. He actually goes around the world and he searches and explores those lands to find his own crystals. He digs up his own. I think that's totally dope. I still have his card because it's a good connection to have, because seeing that Jamaica is my home as well, I definitely know it's difficult to find crystals and stones there. So he's a good contact to have. However, when I come back here to America, I always have a place to go get them. So even if I don't have a place there, I can get them in America. All right, so it can be used to protect your space by placing it in a bowl of water. So you can get a small bowl of water and you can put the black tourmaline in it, and you can just leave it in whatever is your main living area where you get the most traffic, is what I would say. So if it's your living room, if it's your kitchen, whatever room that the most people are coming in and out of, that's where you want to place it so it can absorb and soak up that negative energy and free up that space. Because just think about it this way. People always say that they want to look at the glass. Instead of looking at it as glass half empty, they like to look at it as half full. But I'm going to play the other side of the coin, or devil's advocate. I actually, in some circumstances and situations, I know that it is best to have your glass half empty. And I say that because if your glass is full, you don't have room to take in anything else. You see what I'm saying? So that's that as above, so below, or as above, yeah. Excuse me, guys. Or vice versa. So if your glass is full, or if your life is full, or if your house is full of so many things, you don't have room for anything else to come in there. That means you say you want a new living room set, you ain't got room for it because you already got this old living room set in there. You say you want a new bed, you ain't got room for it because you got this old bed or mattress that's uncomfortable in there. You say you want to find love in your life, you ain't got room for it because you feel with anger. you say that you want to have abundance and prosperity in your life, you don't have room for it because you are full with fear and discouragement and all these other things. So you have to empty out. You have to empty out that jar in order for, or that glass, in order for you to be filled up with the things that you say you want. So as above, so below, or as above in the spiritual, so below in the physical. However you want to think of it, just know that you have to do some cleaning up, basically, is what I'm saying, in order to get the things you want to get out of life, or you say you want to get out of life. You can't hold on to old things and think that you're going to get something new. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to stop with those four. I have malachite as well, which I could have got into, but the video is going on, and I'm going to do some more crystal videos, crystals and stones that I have to tell you the benefits and how you can utilize those. And then I'll also do a video on how I meditate, like I said, so that you can you can try it. It may not work for you. However, I utilize it to help one person in particular. I think it was last May. Yeah, last May, 2017. He wanted to learn how to meditate. He said he had tried many times, and I sat down with him, and I talked him through the process, and then we started to do it. So I talked him through it so he can know what to expect. Then we performed the action to make it happen. So it is definitely always it's always beneficial to, you can listen to other people as well, listen to different types. I did that. I did my own research before I started meditating and found my own way, because my own way didn't even incorporate what anybody was saying except for the breathing technique, just to keep it real. Oh, and the binaural beats, because I use that sometimes, but sometimes I just meditate outdoors. I prefer to just meditate out there and listen to nature, because nature is its own soundtrack. Everything is music. Everything's a vibration. Everything is frequency. So that means that everything is music. All right. So yeah, those are my notes. And I did all the ones that I wanted to do today. So I appreciate you guys for listening. Shout out to the two young ladies I met at the Phoenix and Dragon bookstore. One of the ladies subscribed to my channel. I thank you so much for that. And I hope that you listen to this video so you can, I hate the word hope. I have faith that you'll listen to this video and you'll get some more knowledge out of these protection stones. And like I said, I will continue with some more videos coming shortly. Thank you, loves. Have a great day.